this was kind of cool. Kenyans.co.eu did a story on a caller I advised on an episode of the show in July of 2023. It was a Kenyan woman called in to speak to me about her sister who was deported from the United States after authorities discovered she was working here on a visitor's visa. And during my call with the woman's sister, she revealed she had been in the U.S. for 4 months on a tourist visa, leaving her children in Kenya. And upon her return from visiting her sons, the immigration officers at the airport, CBP, found a video of her working while she had been in America, leading to her deportation. What they told her was a 5-year ban from reentry. But I explained to her on the show that the 5-year ban is actually forever, not 5 years, because the deportation is a 5-year ban. But the misrepresentation of working on a tourist visa results in a lifetime ban, something immigration officers don't usually tell people at the time of their deportation. And the reason they don't do that is they don't want to make tense situation worse. Much easier to say, you can come back in 5 years than you can't come back forever, because people are more willing to say, okay, I'll leave and I'll come back in 5 years. So I told her sister she only has 2 options for a waiver to the United States. Let's watch.
I'm calling on behalf of my sister. She was here. She came on a visiting visa. She stayed for 4 months, and then she was having some problems because she left her son back home, because she came with one of her sons and left 2 back home.
How did she come to the United States?
One visiting visa.
On a visitor's visa?
Yes, sir.
All right, so you're calling on behalf of your sister who came on a visitor's visa, who left the son behind, and I guess your sister is out of status now, correct?
She went back home. When she came back at the airport, she was deported back to Kenya.
Okay.
She was deported because they checked in her, the immigration checked in her phone, and they found a video that showed that she was working when she was here.
All right. So she's not going to be able to come back unless she gets a waiver, because she has a misrepresentation issue. Okay?
Yes,
she could only get a waiver for a green card through a spouse or a parent. So if she doesn't have parents here, she has to have a spouse, or she's never getting to America. Ever.
She doesn't have a spouse here.
Then she would not be able to get to America. As for the son, how old is the son?
The son is back in Africa with her, so she doesn't have the family here.
So nobody's here now?
It's just her sister.
Unfortunately, she screwed up. She traveled with videos showing she's working in the U.S. on a tourist visa. Don't do that. There's nothing you can do now. She's barred for life. When you get caught at the airport on a visitor's visa and deported because they found out you were working on a visitor's visa, you are never coming back again, ever. Unless.
But they still have 5 years. They gave her 5 years.
And I am telling you, forever. They told her 5 years for the deportation. What they didn't tell her is that the misrepresentation of working on a tourist visa is lifetime. And the reason they don't do that is they don't want the person to have a breakdown in the airport. They want to deport them as easy as possible and screw them when they find out in 5 years they're never coming back. Because can't come back for 2 reasons. 1, 5 years for deportation, lifetime for misrepresentation. And the only way to overcome the misrepresentation at this point is to be married to a U.S. citizen or a permanent resident and get a waiver through that marriage, or have parents who are U.S. citizens or residents. Other than that, never coming back ever. I'm sorry to report that. I'm a messenger, but it's what it is.
Thank you so much.
All right. So another public service announcement. If you are caught working in the United States on a visitor's visa, you're looking at a lifetime ban, not a 5-year ban, unless you can get a waiver through a U.S. citizen spouse or a U.S. citizen parent. And immigration does have the right to search your phone at ports of entry. I've done lots of videos on that as well, including airports, and any photographs or video you have on your cell phone that compromises you, that shows you're working, could be used against you. I've even seen a situation where somebody got caught with an attorney's business card in their wallet. And immigration officer, why are you going to speak to an attorney? What is it that you want to do here? Because you can't come here on a visitor's visa with the intent of wanting to get a green card. So they can look through your stuff. So be sure to get good legal advice before you do something that can cause you to end up with something like a forever ban into the United States of America, like this caller's sister. And we assist individuals with their immigration cases, whether they reside within all 50 states or abroad. So you can feel free to reach out to us, schedule a consultation, and you call that telephone number, all listed on the bottom, 1-800-529-5465. It's the same number to get on our show, but it's the number to call our office to schedule a consultation with me, 1-800-529-5465. And you could also send us a private message through our social media pages or through our website at www.lawsb.com, and you can reach out to us.